What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB. You're back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, Martin Skirtis, for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, we've got an update, folks. I got a new name for you, man, and shout out to the cat in the comments. The YB don't cap no bars. Some Donny in the comments put me on. Belly Joe Saunders. Belly Joe. That's fucking clever. I can't believe I didn't think of that myself. Belly Joe, man. That's crazy, man. Hey, man, listen. Hey, man, get it, Belly Joe, man. Belly Joe looking ass, dude. Belly Joe sausages. Bosh. Okay, here's the update. Frank Warren lifts the lid on meeting with Belly Joe sausages over comeback fight after 4-year hiatus. Let's tell the truth here, Talksport. After Carrot Top popped his chop. Oh. Oh. That's what happened to him, man. OIB, you haven't been in there. He was the one who been in there. Yeah? When you've been doing a sport, you're supposed to have, what's the word? Like, is it compassion or empathy or something like that for your fellow competitors? Yeah? He was clowning Dubois. I mean, listen, we learn with age. I think I was probably clowning Dubois. At this point in time, though, in the day, he turned it round. And number two, Dubois did box on for a few rounds at heavyweight when Joe Joyce was in his prime. Actually, Joyce stopped Parker. That win now is looking amazing. And that, by the way, was Parker with Andy Lee. Yes, I think they'd only been shortly together in the last 6 months or whatever, but the bottom line is, Dubois was in there with a world beater, and he warriored on for a few rounds with a bust eye. You literally jumped out. You got your eye bust. Carrot Top. Dip back. Ah! Go! Oh. Yeah? That's what you was doing. You hopped out of there. You didn't want no more. Never mind coming out for another round. So that sums up Belly. Oh, listen, I like Belly. I like Belly Joe. Listen, Belly Joe, man, I like you, bro. Seriously, got a lot of time for Belly Joe, man. We should go eating sometime. Listen, man. Belly Joe Saunders is like one of them big birds. Yeah? Big birds, they always know the best places to eat. You see that one there? Yeah, if you're ever looking for some foodie spots, yeah, hit up a Big Bird or Belly Joe. Let come now. They know where all the good spots are, man. Stop playing, especially for that fried chicken. Anyway, Frank Warren has revealed to TalkSport that he recently had a meeting with Belly Joe to discuss a possible comeback fight. Belly Joe spent the majority of it. Okay, blah 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 blah. Here's the cheese now. Here's the cheese. He came to see me a couple of weeks ago and we had a chat. We will see what happens. Warren told TalkSport. Oh, is that it? Don't tell me you've done all that for this. I thought it was a planned comeback. I swear down, I read there was a planned comeback. Oh, don't do this to me now, man. Anyway, we're here now. But I read, allegedly, he was planning to come back in September. Let me find this here quick. Billy Joe Saunders return. Okay, Frank Warren's confirmed. Here we go. Frank Warren has confirmed that Billy Joe Saunders intends to return to the ring after 4 years away. Is that it? Let's do some research, some R&D here, folks. He came to me, okay. Here we go. I read about 175. I don't know. Warren said he came to see me a couple of weeks ago and we had a chat. After a couple of fights at light heavyweight, he feels he can get down to super middleweight. That's what I read last time. I also read, so DAZN, why they all got the moody links, man? Maybe it was the Ring magazine. Let's find the Ring magazine one. Because anyway, you've got the point that the gist was he wants to come back and have a comeback fight in September at light heavyweight and then maybe move down to super middle. Now that light heavyweight fight, which at the time I can't remember where I read it was going to be in September. I'm not even sure you can get down to light heavyweight, to be honest. Let's check this one here. Here's some quotes from Saunders on the Ring magazine. Never once did it go through my head that I was actually retired. It all just took a long time to get my head around because I'd built up so much to that fight. When I was in there, I was thinking, is this it? I'd built up so much in my mind. Look, he stopped me in 8 rounds, so I'm not suggesting he wasn't good, because he's the best I've ever shared the ring with. Probably the best fighter of the generation. But honestly, when I was in there, it didn't really feel like that. Billy, man. Billy, man. Billy, listen, man. He popped your chops. This is what I can't deal with, Billy. I can't deal with him. He popped you right in your chops. That's what he did. Oh, that's what he did, man. Oh yeah, when I was in there, I didn't think he was that good. Why didn't you come out for round 9 then, bro? If I'm in there with someone who I don't think that's good, I'm coming back out for round 9. Yeah. Oh, but YB, his eye was popped. Well, exactly. So he must have been that good then. If a man can pop your eye and have Ben Davison throwing the towel in, he's that good. Yeah. It's like, I think a lot of these men are delusional. Belly Joe will look at it like, oh, you know, it was a lucky shot. Oh, anyone can get caught. Well, not really. How many dudes' eyes has Canelo popped like that? Oops. He timed your ass as well. It wasn't like, for example, Joe Joyce, he's popped a few man's eye. That's really from a jab. There's timing involved, but the way Carrot Top dropped back and dinged the right... He had you lined up, man. That was sniper fire. That was specific to you, if that makes sense. Who else is Canelo caught with that step back right uppercut? Oops. No one. Yeah? You was tailor-made for him. That's how the fight played out. He was the one chilling. Because he lined you up. Who else has he lined up? Did he pop? Even when he beat Plant, he didn't catch Plant with a... It was a accumulation over time of different shots. He literally lined you up. He knew you was rolling at the waist the same way every time, and he dug it right in there. Yeah? I had you blinking and shit. So he was that good for you. You're not the level of Plant or anyone else you can throw out there who didn't get their eye popped. He goes on, I felt I was in the fight, and then it ended how it ended. Sometimes I sit and think, well, why did I have to get an injury in that particular... Bro, you was getting boxed up, man. But why did you have to bend at the waist and get lined up to sniper fire? That's the better question. Blaming everyone else. Oh, why did it have to be me for? It's only you and him in the ring. Why didn't you bust his eye if he ain't that good? Yeah? After you... Look, come on. Honestly, when I was in there, I didn't really feel like that. I didn't feel he was any good. Alright, Bill. Alright, Bill. Well, why did I have to get an injury in that particular fight when I haven't gotten them in my other 30 fights? That's the levels, Belly. When you're fighting Ishifatsu Fufi, yeah, for a vacant WBO belt, it's fake. That's why. Yeah? People, listen, man. I could fight Shifatsu Sufufi and not get a broken eye. He might beat me, but he ain't breaking my eye, is the point. He ain't breaking no one's eye. Whose eye is Shifatsu Fufu ever broke? No one. It's the levels. Oh, I fought a bunch of plumbers my whole career. Why did I have to get my eye popped when I'm fighting at the time, the pound for pound #1? Well, there you go, Belly. That's why. What a weirdo. This guy is low IQ, man. Why did that happen to me then? I know that I wasn't really out of my depth. I never felt outclassed, man. Come on, bro. Come on. I don't know, man. These guys are wild. The feelings on that fight have not changed in 4 years. I still think about that fight every single time. Oh, man. That's why he came in rocking the Mexican flag. He think about his daddy. I think Billy probably a cuck as well. He probably sits there thinking, oh, man, I'd love Canelo to come down. Come here and give me some more eye shots. Take that. That's probably what you do in reality. Oh, man. Oh, I'd love Canelo to come down here and give my wife some of them eye shots as well. Call me a liar. He thinking about it. Yeah? There's lots of questions. Here we go. A lot of demons inside me that I need to get out. Bro, there's a lot of food inside you. Not about demons, man. There's not much demon. Listen, Billy. Listen, Belly Joe. I don't know about demons. There's a whole bunch of food in you, though. That's for sure. I don't see many demons there. I have a lot of food. For real. But there's a lot of demons inside me I need to get out. There's only one way to get them out and to answer the questions, and that is by getting back in the ring. Let's see what I've got left there. So the first year of retirement, I enjoyed myself. The second was a bit of gym. It was do I, don't I? But I put on a lot of weight. At one point, I got up to 18 stone. Let's see what 18 stone is. 18 stone, 2 pounds. Oh my, 252 pounds, people. Wow. I think he's still around that. Come on. When you're dirty bulking, yeah, you don't go up in weight and come back down. No one does that unless you're on a diet. Who here thinks Billy looks like it? Who here thinks Belly looks like he's on a diet? He's not on a diet. He's around 250, 260 now. You go up and up. Once you've started a dirty bulk, it doesn't just fall off you. You have to make a concerted effort to start cutting weight. He's probably 19 now. And that's another thing a lot of the dirty bulkers do. They put weight on. And once he probably got to 18 stone / 250 pounds, they stop looking. And they tell themselves, I'll do it myself. I look at the scale, I think, you know what, I'll leave it there. And then 6 months later, I won't look again. But I'll tell myself, I'll probably come down a bit. But you lied to yourself. Yeah, so Belly 2 years ago was 18 stone. He ain't looked since. That's what he hasn't done. He stopped looking. That's what he says here. In my second year, I put weight on. At one point, I got up to 18 stone. He ain't looked since. He's 19, 20 stone now, conservatively. He's sort of calm now. Let me show you this picture again. You tell me how big this guy is here. Stop playing. That's not. There we go. Whoa, that's not the right one either. Wow, bear slow, man. How big do you think this guy is? His head looks like 5 stone. Yeah? 5 stone of head. That's what he looked like here. He all head. big old head. Chris, you might hit that shit for sure. You hit him and some confetti will come out of it. Or sweeties. Yeah, what are Mexican dons? They call it, they put this big thing up and they whack it. That's what Billy's head looked like. Yeah, and you hit it the right way, Haribos start flying out of his mouth and ears. Look at this guy here, man. That's not an 18 stone man. He 19, 20 stone for sure there. Yeah, that's what he is. Big rubber dinghy looking ass dude. So then in the third year, it was just about getting some weight off. That's a lie. So I could at least look presentable, people. Yeah, there's nothing presentable about that. Not at all. He looks about 50. That's what the majority of boomer 60-year-olds look like, who have been retired and living good off the meat. Where are we? But the problem was there was no real end goal for me. Life without boxing is harder than I ever imagined, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what will ever fill that gap from boxing. Even if I'm eating, bro, to be fair to you, man, you've made a pretty damn good job of it. But you don't know what's going to fill the gap. Eating, for sure, man. That's what's filled the gap. You ain't stopped eating by the look of it. Oh, my life's finished since boxing. I don't know what to do with myself. I think you've found something to do, buddy. Yeah, let's call a spade here. You ain't been drinking water, that's for sure. That's what you haven't been doing. Where is it? Even if I come back and have 10 more fights, when I stop again, I don't know what's going to fill that gap. Trying to fill that gap probably got me lower than anything ever has before in my life. You think to yourself, right, I'll just go out for a week. Or let's go on holiday, I'll take the kids somewhere. Or I'll go buy myself some more horses, or I'll do this, I'll do that. There's simply nothing that will ever fill the gap. Okay, blah, blah. But now I've been through that and I've realised people are just trying to fill the gap boxing has left in their lives because I've done this since I was 5. Let me tell you, it's a very, very big gap to fill. Not your trousers, mate, now. For sure. Okay, I don't know what I keep going on for. Okay, this is where I saw the bars. I'm glad I wasn't lying to myself. Seriously. Here's the bars I originally read. After hearing Saunders speak about the last 4 years, it's quite easy to see why he's planning a comeback. The former WBO middleweight and super middleweight champion says he has even met with his long-term promoter Frank Warren to get the ball rolling on a plan which the former hopes will result in a return at £175 in September. Thank you, I wasn't lying. Yeah. It's he says this exactly on it. He says this exactly on it. It's more of a case of needing to do it for myself rather than anything else, including world title. Belly Joe adds, my biggest goal would be to become freeweight world champion. He wants Bivol is coming for you. Belly's gonna get you, man. Belly's coming for Bivol. I think Belly will be too big, too strong. Yeah. Think about it. When you've gone up to 20 stone and you dry out again, Belly's gonna be just jacked. Yeah. Jacked at 175. What's Bivol gonna do with Belly? Yeah. Belly Joe just told you that Canelo wasn't all that. Right. That was the peak Canelo as well. Belly Joe Saunders got in there and he just told you that he wasn't impressed with Canelo. He wasn't out of his depth. He was having his way with Canelo. So what's Bivol gonna do really? When Belly Joe's in there, 175, bone dry lean, he'll be too big, too strong for Bivol. And to be honest, I can't see who stops him at 175. I got him beating Bivol. Benavidez, what's he gonna do? Nothing. And if Beterbiev wants to go as well, I can see him doing a triple, to be honest. Yeah? I can see him doing double, triple. Yeah? I know them, man. He's too big for them now, end of the day. End of the day. I think even at cruiserweight, I don't know. Listen, if Usyk came down to cruiserweight, that would be someone's best chance to beat Belly Joe. But like I said, he's come down from 270. Yeah? So at 200 pounds, even if Usyk came down, he'll be too big. He'll be just wham and strong. Yeah? They can't hang with him. Belly Joe is the pound for pound great slayer. Canelo couldn't hang with him. Bivol won't hang with him. Usyk won't hang with him. And that's the bottom line here. He told you himself, so you've got to believe him. Okay, so okay, so you've heard the drop there. September. On a serious note, let's get to the serious note. 175 in September. Now, this is the thing about Billy. There's no point thinking about names. It's not going to be a name. And arguably rightfully so. Well, I mean, his plans to fight Eubank. Is that the only fight? Yeah, really, that's the only fight for him anyway. I think they could probably do a 2-fight deal. Yeah, they had a first fight already, but that was 10 million years ago. It makes sense to have a 2-fight deal. And what else? There's nothing left. Billy's not Belly Joe, man. You're not going to a free world. You wouldn't be a world champion again at 160. Yeah. What are you gonna do with Adamez? Nothing. Janibek? Nothing. You wouldn't have been. Listen, if Janibek and Adamez were knocking around back then, you wouldn't have ever been champion. At 168, you got Carrot Top there. Yeah? And or Crawford. You do nothing there either. 175, really? Really? Forget about it. His best hope is, only thing really is Eubank. 2 Eubank Junior fights. Even if he won them, he'll win them as stinkers on points. Is he gonna outbox Canelo again? No, he's not. I don't care how much Canelo's fell off. Belly will be traumatised. If you think Devin Haney looked bad after fighting Ryan Garcia, Belly, he'll have his glove stuck on his eye like that to stop it getting popped. He won't throw it. What eye popped him? It was a backhand. It must be his left hand. Belly will have his left hand stuck here all night to stop it getting popped again. Okay? That's what he'll be doing. So he's not going back in there. He wouldn't even deserve to fight. He ain't got the clout to do him. He ain't even got the clout to fight 175. He'd have to beat all the other 175ers. He'd have to beat like a Buatsi or a Callum Smith. Like, delusional. Even Callum Smith, if Callum Smith was at 168, Belly wouldn't have beat him either. Sorry. He wouldn't have done. But yeah, he'll come back. He'll fight a bum in September. Eubank and Hen will do their rematch. And then around 6 months from that point, so March, 10 months from now, March, Eubank will be ready to fight again. They're talking about Canelo, because you got Canelo Crawford in September. But I don't know, if Crawford beat Canelo, would Eubank fight Crawford? Doesn't really have the draw, but who cares about the draw when Turkey's putting the shmoney up? I wouldn't be, that style don't really, the Canelo and Crawford style interests me because Canelo's going to be, well, he should be coming at him, and Crawford going to find out how much he can box. But Eubank and Crawford are both boxers. I think it won't line up to be a great fight. So yeah, I think even Eubank and Canelo though, man. Eubank won't be drained. Turkey wants it, man. End of the day, Turkey wants it. So Eubank will probably end up fighting Canelo in March, and then after March, looking at September next year. So Belly he probably should have 2 or 3 fights, or he's not going to do that, he's lazy, man, but fight in September, fight in March, and then fight Eubank next September. They'll be bums though, won't be anything to... The only reason I'll watch it, or the highlights at least, will be to look at it and see how bad he looks. Because 4 years, Tyson Fury pulled it off. The littler weights don't tend to be as forgiving. I think the quality of heavyweights in general allows for more mischief. In general, heavyweights are less skillful than the smaller fighters, so they can be lazier somehow, and it kind of works out. Look at Tyson Fury, he can be super lazy. The smaller guys, I'm trying to think, who was it? Did Roy Jones or some? There's a few names who went up in weight and then came down and just weren't the same. And that was Roy Jones. I doubt Roy Jones was ever 270 pounds. So Belly going up, yeah, he's probably thinking, yeah, wicked, 175. That's 15 pounds above. He's thinking, that's 15 pounds where I was comfortable at. Belly, that was before you went to 270. He might legitimately struggle to make 175 now. It's not as simple as that. When you've put 5 years of age on and 100 pounds of weight, literally 100 pounds of weight. 100 pounds of fat plus age. Look at Eubank. He used to make 160 comfortably. Now he's dying, and he's a guy. When was the last time Chris Eubank Jr. was 250 pounds? So just with age, you've seen there, Eubank's finding it impossible to make 160 without yo-yo dieting. Never mind adding 100 pounds of pure fat. Belly might struggle to get to 175. To be honest, he might proper struggle to get there, and have to fight Chris Eubank at cruiserweight. But I'm not even against that, to be honest. I don't care how big Belly could be. They could do a catchweight at 180 or something, or 185 or 190. What made the difference, man? Eubank me all over him. And in fact, that might even the odds up if Belly could come in 180. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Bye.